Hey guys, this is the Penguin from AtomRC. It's a 750mm wingspan, so it's pretty agile. Hence, AtomRC advertised this as a fast park flying model. It is so sensitive that I don't recommend this for beginner. However, with the twin tractor configuration, it's very easy to launch. It comes with multiple nose cones for normal flying or FPV flying. If you're interested to get one, there's an affiliate link in the description, plus $10 off discount code. Also, please hit the subscribe button if you have not. Now let's take a look what you're gonna get in the box. There are actually a lot of stuff. These are the main wings in this box. So the additional box to protect it. Oh yeah, this looks really high quality. I think there's no spar here, but it's pretty solid, very hard. I can hardly bend it. There's spar on the control surface itself. And I really like the quality of the push rod over here. This is so well assembled. So mine is a kit version, and that's why it doesn't come with any servo. CG point mark there as well. Then we have the plastic nose cone. I think it can fit multiple different FPV setup over here. Some 3D printed parts provided. Great quality printed material. Quite stiff. The screws provided. Different hatch. Wow. There's another nose if you're not going to use a FPV setup. Let's get the body out. So out of the box, it comes with this FPV hatch. And of course, you want to fly third person view. Just going to strap this hatch over. The other hatch is for the rear. Apply screw over here to secure it. Let's check out the front. Ooh, there's some more stuff down there. All these accessories we're gonna find out from the manual. So there's a servo control horn protector because the servo is facing down. Strap is provided, control linkages. It's nice that they have all this label. The motor mount, which is molded. This is not 3D printed. Oh, very quality and very stiff. Oh, this is the first time I see battery tray with marking and measurement over here. We need to delete this foam strut over here. Just can't wait to assemble this, man. Stiff as well, the fuselage. Yep, we do have main spar which goes across. Now it's really stiff. These are for these covers. These are your equipment bay, your receiver, your VTX. So you mount your receiver and VTX on the both side of the wing, and it's on the main body. So if you want to detach your main wing, you are not going to have the trouble of dealing with the wires because they're on the main body itself. This is about 20 cm apart. There's these connector wires. These are solid light. They are different color as well. And you'll find cavity here to route your ESC wires. The elevator, I really like the way they mount this push rod. And then you have your V-tail fins, which I believe you can just clip it on. You see the clips over here. So once it's clipped, if you want to remove it, you can use a sub object to press onto the clip over here to release it. Looks good. There's also this wooden piece which is not mentioned in the manual. I'm gonna find out. You do get a physical manual in English and Chinese, as well as a decal, and that's all in the box. By the way, the FPV hatch here looks like they made this cutout here for you to fit servo, a 9-gram servo, so you can do a 360 pan over here, and with sufficient space at the back for the servo to protrude over here. This is actually what I need on my another plane. By the way, the compartment at the back here is for you to install your flight controller, so this should be pretty easy to build. So the assembly is pretty simple. For the kit, there's only 4 steps. For the PNP and RTH version, there are only 3 steps. Basically, we just need to install a servo for the elevator, for the aileron, the motor and the ESC, and that's it. I'm going to be adding an analog equipment here because I want to try what they have shown in their promo video, which is like doing aerobatic, flying through trees kind of thing. So let's see. I'm using a 9-gram servo from Emax, which is very common for this kind of plane, but there's a lot of space in the cavity. You see, there's a lot of space. Maybe they allowed for a bigger servo, despite the spec sheet showing 9-gram servo. Make sure when you're installing the elevator servo, make sure your control horn is towards the rear. If you install it the other way around like me, then this linkages is not going to be enough long. This is how you install the motor mount. Get this piece, put it over here, and I actually drill the center hole larger. It's a 7.5mm diameter now, as I worry the C-clip will be brushing on it. Remember to use Loctite. I only installed 3 screws because the other one seems like I'll be driving into the windings if I put a screw on here. Then, with 2 of these long screws, secure your motor mount onto the motor mount. And I really like this. You just poke the tab into the front and then just clip it on. And it's quite secure actually. You have to push it forward. So once you have screwed in this quick release piece, surprisingly, you can just snap it on. You can hear the clip, and it's quite secure as well actually. It's just that I don't like that there's quite a big gap over here, and then the wing can actually flex. There's a lot of flex, so I'm going to apply tape over here. And to release it is actually pressing it down, and it just comes out like that. Pretty easy. a good quick release, but it's not perfect. They could have added a spar over here to prevent this from moving. So the locking mechanism is really quite solid. If I try to bend the wing, this is actually very solid. The entire fuselage as a wing as well. So this is basically like a wing with a tail, right? Ooh, so that's the light. It's powered by 5 volt, quite bright actually. So I'm using a Zord VC400. It's expensive, but there are some features in it, like you can change your frequency by looking at your OSD. You can change your name. You can even see your main battery voltage, so it's very convenient all in one. VTX, so I made a mount for it, trim a little bit of hab inside, so this could fit. And using the same mount design as the one provided from AtomRC. This just slides in. The camera tilt is adjustable as well, so I can tilt it down a little bit. And I want to use the original Penguin camera port here because it's a really great idea with ventilation. This is so cool. So to secure the front FPV port or the camera port, just drive 2 screws to both sides there. This could be a really good FPV platform. This is a really well thought out FPV plane because I just realized they actually prepared a cavity here for you to route your wires. With a 4S 1500 mAh battery, the CG is a little bit nose heavy, which is fine for Maiden, but I can still move the battery further back a little bit. We'll have an optimum CG, but we're gonna find out after the Maiden test. And I also like that on the wing itself, it has this plastic film here as protection for your wing. This is where I fly. There are a lot of tall grasses, and this would help prevent the leading edge from getting sliced. If not mistaken, AtomRC says this can fly slow as well, which would be what I like. Right, here's a quick recap of my setup. So the motor, I have a Surpass Hobby 2205 2350 kV motor. They are clockwise and counterclockwise, but I'm using both same direction propeller on this. I'm using a 4S 1500 mAh battery. There's a Radiomaster R84 here. This requires only 3 channel because at the moment I'm not using any flight controller. So basically it's the throttle, elevator and the aileron. That's it. I have a separate UBC to power the receiver. This is a 4 channel. Servo wise is an Emax metal 9-gram servo, and I don't have this light installed yet. Very simple setup, and this being 2350 kV motor, on 4S they are required to run 4-inch, but I'm running 5-inch, so this is overprop, and I'm not gonna go full throttle because it pulls like 63 amp both motor at full throttle here. So that's like basically the limit of the motor. ESC, I think I have it's a 30 amp, yeah, so it's at the border of the max power they can deal with. Looks super good with this decal over here. I highly recommend you to apply the decals because if you look at my Micro Sky Hunter, it's so plain compared to this. Okay. Woo, quite nice. Oh, very smooth. So I'll just put back to low rate first. Flies like a pig. The plane is really sensitive. It's not floaty at all, but we got no headwind at all today, so it's so smooth. Feels heavy, even with the battery it feels heavy, and I'm flying at a really low throttle percentage. It's like a bit of nose heavy, just like what I'm expecting. Let's go. It's super twitchy, so I'm gonna just land first. Okay, landing. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit scary to fly because it's not floaty at all. I'm gonna fly this fast and it's rather sensitive. Just a little bit of aileron movement and it moves a lot. So let me trim a bit first. Okay, take off on right. Ciao. So now I'm on 3S. I'm getting more used to the plane now. Flying more relaxed and confident now. Feels good on 3S. This is a 3S 1300 mAh times 2, so runs parallel. Feels good, feels better now with a bit of wind. Now it feels nice, really nice. Okay, not as nervous as before. I think this works better on 3S, not that 4S. And it's a bit hard to see in a cloudy day today. And also because it's properly trimmed now,
Still a bit of nose heavy. Basically the plane is very small, so it has a small short wingspan, short plane length, so it's very pitchy and very sensitive on the aileron as well. It's flying like a stingray, if you can imagine that shape. So I'm way more relaxed now. Okay, once that guy is gone, we're gonna fly faster, easily reach a higher speed. You don't feel resistant with this plane. So banking very sharp, does not spiral as well, because if it does become mushy when you're banking too slow, then you just throttle up. And I'm not on gyro, so not very confident flying full speed, because it would just suddenly roll to one side. But seriously, now getting more used to the plane, it's properly trimmed, so it becomes more stable now. That's full throttle. Now it does. Now when I'm starting to get used to a plane, now it does feels like it tracks straight, and it does feel like you're gonna use this for FPV park flying, a fast one. Although this, I think, it's not something very light. I'm on a very low aileron throw, and I can easily bang it, roll it. I think it does sap a lot of current easily because it's a twin motor and I'm a 3S, so definitely current draw is higher than on a 4S. That's super cool, man. Alright, so that's my review for this AtomRC Penguin, a new RC plane from AtomRC. This is definitely not suitable for beginner unless you fly FPV, because this is really, well, very short wingspan, very short body length, so it's quite sensitive. The control is very direct. You're gonna need some expo and a very short throw. Aileron is very sensitive because of air current blowing directly from the motor, so it's very effective. It's very close to the center axis of the plane. If you're interested to get one, check out our link in the description. There's a discount code if you're using my affiliate link, 10% off. Hope you enjoy flying this. Subscribe if you have not done so. I'll see you next video. Bye. Click the left thumbnail for latest video, or smash the subscribe button on the middle of the screen. So I'll see you on next video. Bye.